I bought this pair of Nike Alphaflys for over £200 cheaper than they were in the shops. That is a proper clickbaity title and introduction, but I feel like I need that to just get people to listen, because you are a runner, whether you are a total beginner, whether you're an experienced runner, whether you run marathons and ultra marathons. I think so many people are missing a trick when it comes to buying their running kit, and particularly their running shoes. All 4 of these pairs of shoes I have bought from reselling sites, whether that is eBay, Vinted, Facebook Marketplace. When I bought them, none of them had done more than 30 miles. I think this was my first pair, and I got on with them so well that I ended up going on eBay, I think, and getting a second pair just in another colour. There was absolutely nothing wrong with them. I needed some cross-country shoes, so I found these Innovates in my size. I think they'd had maybe 20 miles running them. And I really got along with some La Sportiva shoes, so I found myself a second pair on eBay last year, and they're normally over £100. Last weekend I started looking for some carbon road shoes for a road marathon that I've got coming up soon, and yesterday my new Nike Alphaflys turned up. They cost me £50 and they are in absolutely brand new condition. They didn't come with a box, but I'm not really fussed about having a shoe box for them to go in. Full disclosure, they were actually listed on Vinted for £65. I knocked the seller down to £60 and I had £10 already in my Vinted account from something that I'd sold the week before, so they only cost me 50 quid. They were going to be on there for 65, which is still an absolute bargain for what is essentially a brand new pair of Alphaflys. So for a few years now, we have been buying clothes, shoes, coats, whether that's for ourselves or whether that's for our children, off of reselling sites. And more often than not, you find that you can buy something secondhand that you were going to buy anyway at a much cheaper cost, just because it's been worn a few times, and most of the time when the stuff comes it's still in really, really good condition. I don't pretend to be a shopping expert or some kind of fashion guru, but I am really experienced at buying stuff on eBay and Vinted. These are my top tips for buying secondhand shoes online. Decide what you want and figure out what size you might need. So as I said, I'd run in these before. I really, really got along with this make and model of Saucony. I knew what size I needed, so I managed to find a second pair really, really quickly. With these Alphaflys, I had never run in them before. I haven't run in Nike shoes for a long time. So I messaged a few friends, asked what they thought of them, and also asked them how they fitted. Did I need to size up? Were they really true to size? And I got all the advice I need from them, as well as reading running shoe tester blogs, watching some YouTube videos on these specific shoes and the other Nike Vaporflies. And I decided on what size I was looking for and what kind of shoe. And luckily for me, there were quite a few different pairs on the reselling sites that I could look at. Look at the going price. So I had a look at some of these exact shoes actually, and how much they cost at retail price when they were first brought out a few years ago. I then looked at what they were selling for now, and also what similar shoes were if you were going to buy something brand new like these now. Then I went onto the resale sites and looked for the same make and model and how much they were being sold for secondhand. I also took into account what kind of condition they were in. Be patient. So when I bought these Alphaflys, there were 5 or 6 other pairs that I'd been looking at, that I'd made offers on, and actually, I don't know, something was telling me that none of them were in that great a condition for the amount of money that they were asking for. Luckily for me, I waited 24 hours and these popped up on Vinted. They'd only been listed about 10 minutes before I saw them. So if you can wait, just be patient, and hopefully the right shoes will turn up for you. I'm off to run in my new Alphaflys, and if I don't get on with them, then you'll be seeing them listed on Vinted in about 24 hours.